To our first topic of the day, a new government policy to impose a 15% import duty on petrol and diesel is facing strong criticism. The tariff approved by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is intended to protect domestic refineries like Dangote's refinery by making imported fuel more expensive. However, a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, Ayiri Emami, has publicly condemned the move. He warned that the tax will not hurt marketers, but will instead be passed on to ordinary Nigerians who are already struggling. He urged the president to suspend the policy to bring relief to the people. Petroleum marketers have also warned that this could push the pump price of petrol above 1,000 naira per litre, while some see the policy as a way to encourage local refinery. Others fear it could create a monopoly and lead to higher prices and potential fuel scarcity if local production cannot meet demand. I'm now being joined by Anthony Chiejina, Chief Corporate Communications Officer at Dangote Group. Good to have you on the program, Anthony Chiejina. Well, Tony Chiejina. Well,
yeah.
Look, 15% tax on fuel imports. There are people who are saying, and I said that in the narrative, that this is meant to protect Dangote refinery, to create a monopoly. I know that Alhaji Aliko Dangote has come out to say, look, the more the merrier. He even wants the competition. But people are saying, no, they think that the government is doing this to punish Nigerians so that Alhaji Aliko Dangote can benefit. You are the man who speaks for the company. So,
Thank you, Ruben. And let me wish you a happy birthday in advance. And I look forward. Yeah, sure, I will be there. And I look forward to. No, sure, I will come. You know. And also look forward to reading the tons of knowledge that you are made of. Yes. So congratulations in advance.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I've heard what people are saying, but I will tell them that is a misplaced fear, highly misplaced. This 15% tariff is about preventing dumping. It's not about high pricing. I can assure you that our price will still remain stable between now and end of the year. We are not going to change it. If at all is going to change, it will come lower than what people expected. So that is it. So they should take their mind away. It's just the usual populist opinion, you know. And I call them dogs of war. When such a thing comes, you see them, you know, attacking and backing, thinking that the president will step back. But looking at who Bola Ahmed Tinubu is, he's very tactical. He's a highly focused president. When he sets his mind on doing something, that is it. So he takes time to think through things. Look at him. If you look at him clearly in the eyes, he looks like a boxer. You know, a heavyweight boxer, when he lands a blow, not only landing a solid blow, he lands it at the right part that the opponent, when the count of 10 is finished, will still lying down, technically knocked out. So forget about Emari Ayiri, what he's talking about. So it's about preventing dumping. No nation advocates for dumping. Dumping is not good for business. It doesn't yield way for industrialization. It brings in poverty. It doesn't create employment. Government loses income, bear taxes they're supposed to earn. So these are key levers of growth in a normal economy. So that is where every government goes to protect its own industry. Trump is doing it. It's done all over the world.
Okay.
And even in Nigeria.
No. I get the point about trade protectionism. After all, this same Tinubu administration talks about Nigeria first.
Exactly.
The Nigerians are also talking about competition. That they don't want Dangote refinery to be the only one that is within the space. I know Alhaji Aliko has said, we encourage competition. Everybody is welcome. But aren't you worried?
I'm not worried in any way.
No. Your
Okay.
company has the advantage at this moment that other companies should be given advantage too, and the NNPCL, Engineer Bayo Julari, now says, okay, they are going to go along with technical partners who will help them upgrade refineries to deepen competition, address the issue of competition, and this allegation that all of this policy is supposed to help your Dangote refinery.
Ruben, I still insist, these are uninformed and misplaced thinking. For me, it's one of those amateurish way of reasoning. See it? So, competition is good for everybody. They are talking about competition. 50 licenses have been given to people to build refineries. Exactly a week ago, Aliko Dangote came said he's ramping up to 1.4 million barrels per day. Is that competition? They have the money. The sky is so light for every bird to fly. So let them come out and invest. These people are too weak to invest. Their risk appetite is so poor. They just want to sit back. They are rent seekers. They just want to sit back and be collecting cheap money. The days of cheap money is gone. It's gone. So they should go back and think of how do I re-strategize to become better. You have an NPC refinery, the 3 of them or 4 of them, Port Harcourt 1, Port Harcourt 2, Warri, and Kaduna. Bayo Julari came the first week in April. He now said, oh, the refineries are beyond redemption. The same dogs of war came back in, and the man now retreated to his shell. Now I'm coming back to tell us that he's looking at technical and technical condition or something that they are trying to bring it back. Ruben, I can tell you, let me go to Yoruba adage called Abiku. These are Abiku refineries. Abiku refineries. And let me quote Oloshoyinka's poem on Abiku. I say, in vain, your bangles cast, charm circles on my feet. I am Abiku, coming for the first and repeated time. So nothing will change. It's an Abiku refinery. So the earlier he drops it, the better for him. So what is competition? The man did 650. He's coming to increase. So what have they been waiting? Is it that the creditors find him too good and too worthy?
Tony,
Yes.
I know you have been in Yoruba land for the better part of your life. So you are quoting Abiku to me. But let me ask you.
Yes.
There are people who are saying that, look, this 15% fuel tax is going to impose more hardship on the ordinary Nigerian.
There is no hardship. 45 million.
What do you mean by that? Because the people who are importing fuel, they will pass the cost to we, the ordinary people.
Now, let me go beyond the 15%. These guys import substandard products. Not only substandard products.
You don't have the proof. It's the regulatory authorities.
Let them go and show us their lab. That see, you have a lab, we have done this. You are free. Come to Langote. You have our own lab, the biggest and the largest and the best lab.
But you don't test what is imported. It's the regulatory authorities
we are asking
who
them,
are the authorities.
See, that's why we are asking that they should strengthen both regulatory and institutional capacity to be able to do these things. That's the biggest problem in our public policy decisions that we make in this country. Regulators are weak, very little of the education. The capacity is not there. So that is the thing. So what they should be looking at is, what are the things we should put in place to make sure that these people don't end up bringing cheap and substandard products because there is 15% tariff. See, let me give you the figure. 2024 in Africa spent $20 billion importing fuel into Africa, $20 billion. Besides South Africa and Dangote refinery, no other country in Africa has a functional refinery. So Africa is seen as a dumping ground for these international oil traders. They come and dump, even give them credit facilities. So there's a big scramble. As Kwame Nkrumah once said, seeking the political kingdom, every other thing will be added onto it. But what I am saying, what we are saying now, seeking first the economic freedom, every other thing will be added onto it. Is the economic freedom that we are fighting for? Is the economic liberation that we are fighting for? Aliko is fighting for. That is why he has ramped it up to 1.4. And for a good thinking businessman, if Africa is spending 20 billion, then it's a fertile ground for him. He has to ramp it up. He has to look for money to borrow to make sure that it's there. Others who are also interested, that have the muscle and have the appetite, they can go along with him and do the same thing. So it's not about competition. It's not about, we are talking about the soul of industrialization. We shouldn't allow it to die in this country. This is purely consumer country. There's no production. Over 50 years, people are used to it. So now we are winning them away from consumerism to production. And they're finding it extremely difficult. But
no. Nigerians are saying that the Dangote refinery and Alhaji Aliko Dangote has been able to capture the Nigerian state.
No.
That's what they are saying.
No.
And that we, the people, are the ones who are going to be punished for it.
I will tell you, all these negative voices, all these people with populist voices, they are the ones, they are a band of criminal state capture. Yes,
Now,
not the man himself.
We, the people of Nigeria, we are
You cannot be
powerless.
powerless for somebody who wants to make a life good and better. Bringing cheaper fuel, good fuel, healthy fuel, industrializing, paying taxes, creating employment.
Okay, Tony.
Yes.
What of the issue of the people in your factory who were redeployed? This Pengasan, Numpeng NSC issue. I heard that some of the people have been redeployed.
Yeah,
So this redeployment, some of the people are saying is punishment.
It cannot be punishment.
No,
in any way.
that is, it is an
It cannot
attempt
be.
by Dangote Refinery to punish people who want to express opinion.
Ruben, I can tell you it is not. It's a big conglomerate. We have our sugar, we have our salt, we have our fertilizer, we have our refinery. So we are free to move. Even I, to the Chiejina, I can be posted anywhere. It's not compulsory, I say in corporate
Let
communications.
Alhaji post you to real estate, for example. You want me to recommend that?
Do recommend. Yeah, good.
This one where you are luxuriating, you are happy.
No,
Maybe
it's
you
a
are,
tough
you are old
job.
enough for retirement.
It's
They post you somewhere else.
It's a tough job. I can tell you, Ruben. He said, you know that, freedom is not easy. It's a long path to freedom. And that freedom, that is what we are preaching. I mean, look at a country like Ethiopia that went into joint partnership with Aliko Dangote. And that is the first time an African government is inviting an African, not somebody from US, not somebody from Britain, not somebody from China, for joint venture, showing that there is this shift in development discourse. People are saying it Africa first, the way President Tinubu is saying Nigeria first, Africa first. That is what President Abiy Ahmed is doing. Testing out, because for more than 10 years we've been in Ethiopia. So if we're not good, there's no way he can ask us to come back and do the fertilizer there. Signing $2.5 billion fertilizer urea plant in Ethiopia. It was like, in Ethiopia, when Aliko comes to Ethiopia, it's like a rock star coming to town. People are happy, people are accepting him. Then why should a country where he is born and he has labored and doing so much, highest employer of labor after government, then those people that are crying, throwing all sorts of language of protest, monopolistic, capitalistic. Ruben, you know what I call them? These are the Nicodemus of our present times. You know why I call them Nicodemus of our present times? At daytime, they throw such language of protest to the people to deceive them. At night, they go dining with those powers that be so that people will not see them. They dine, they go to bed with them, they wake up with them. So it's a bundle of deception. We have to deconstruct them. We have to unmask them so that people will know who is really who. So that is the issue. There's a lot of deception going on in this country.
Okay.
The same people you mentioned in 2007-8, when they tried to buy this disused refinery, they raised an alarm. Too many alarms. Even by Ojulare, they raised an alarm. And the poor man panicked. So it's high time you start looking into those alarmists.
Okay. I would have loved to ask you to name some people, but we have a limitation of time. I know you are the is it Knight of Saint Lumumba, yeah, in the Catholic Church.
Yeah, Knight
you
of
are,
Saint
you are a
Lumumba.
Sir, Tony Chiejina. I just want your brief comment on this latest development as a Christian leader, or President Trump saying Christians have been persecuted in Nigeria, and Nigeria is now a country of particular concern, and he's going to come to Nigeria ablazing. You are a leader within the Christian church. Do you think that Christians are under threat in this country?
Ruben, this is an evolving issue, and it's too early to make any comment on this. And government on its own.
No, it's a black
Ruben,
and white situation.
I know it's a white and black situation. I mean, all over the country, we see cases of churches being burned, Catholic priests being killed, injured, maimed.
So are you saying only Christian lives matter? Are you saying only Christian lives matter?
Hold on. So what I'm saying that, and over time, there have been a very big push from the Catholic Bishop Conference. They've been talking about it. They're never silent. It's nothing new. Each conference, they talk about insecurity in the country repeatedly. Even the deaf can hear it. Even the blind can see. See, Bishop Cook can endlessly, even if he's from the north, you see him coming, speaking to power, fearless. So these things are there. So that is gaining international, recognition now. Is something that we should look at and see how do we come to terms with this kind of a thing. Government on their own, they have their own responsibility. So they must initiate move to interrogate American president.
I think you are sitting on the fence as a Knight of Saint Lumumba.
I'm not sitting on the fence. I am telling you what it is. So that is it, Ruben. Yes. He didn't give me enough time. I will have gone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ruben.
Thank you very much.
So I look forward to seeing you during your birthday.
From oil and gas
yes.
to religion. Yes. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Sir Tony Chiejina.